What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today's not necessarily going to be a beer review, although it's going to be a part of my beer review sort of stuff. Today I'm going to be talking about, I guess some folks in the beer world have been getting tagged for responses from Tasting Nitch. She had some 9 questions that she had from, I guess, from her viewers that kind of responded back to her, and she kind of rattled them off and whatnot and said kind of what she thinks. I'm going to go through them here. Rod J. Beer Ventures from his channel. Go ahead and check out his channel. Asked me to say, hey, Eric, what do you think of this sort of stuff? So I'm going to go ahead and give my kind of reactions to, or my kind of answers to the questions here. The first one is, I got it right over here. The first one says, how did I get into beer and why? Like what Rod J. Beer Ventures said, I got into it at a young age. I kind of started drinking Miller Lite from my dad's refrigerator, from his little beer spot there, and I kind of got into some whiskey a little bit, but I preferred beer over whiskey. And that's probably when I was like 16, 17 years old. I started to dabble in it. I didn't necessarily drink a whole lot when I was a teenager. I wasn't into the big party scene. I wasn't really considered, I guess to me, I wasn't really considered one of the popular people. I just kind of did my own thing. I was kind of friends with everybody. But I kind of stayed away from that kind of party scene because I knew if I got involved in that party scene, some bad stuff would happen. And even my father was a part of the school system, so all the kids would go ahead and rat me out if I tried to do anything kind of like that. So to kind of get back to why I got into beer, I kind of liked beer from the get-go. Like I said, back when I was 16, 17, my first one was Miller Lite. Now my father drinks Bud Light, which I think is not a very good beer, but that's my style of beer that I go towards, that American Adjunct Lager. Miller Lite, not necessarily Bud Light, but Budweiser, I'll drink. Coors Banquet, Coors Light, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Labatt Blue, that sort of style. Molson, like Molson Ice, Molson Canadian, that American Adjunct Lager style is the style that I go to. That's kind of the style that I can relate to more than any other beer styles, like IPAs, Belgian ales, all those other styles. That's the one I can relate to. So that's kind of what got me into beer. And what's my favorite beer? Obviously, I already said it. Miller Lite's my favorite. Kind of hit 2 questions with one, or one answer with 2 questions. Excuse me. So number 3 is, if I could have one beer, what would it be? Dude, I really need to repeat myself, guys. It would be Miller Lite. I could drink Miller Lite for the rest of my days and be one happy fat guy. So, number 4 is, how can I drink so much and stay healthy? Well, for me, and if you guys have, excuse me, if you guys have followed me on my beer channel, I've kind of plumped up a little bit. Right now I'm sitting at 290 pounds. I was almost 300. I was almost 300 pounds. I was like 297. So I consider that right around the 10-pound mark, give or take some, because you're going to sway a little bit. So I figured 10 pounds, 290. I've actually been doing really well doing that, but I have to exercise and I have to eat right. And today, like, I had a little bit of a steak and some scalloped potatoes, and that's it. And that's just one beer, and that's all I'm going to have tonight. So you got to eat healthy and you got to exercise to drink beer and to kind of stay healthy as well. Number 4 says, number 5, am I an alkie? I don't relate to myself as an alcoholic. I don't relate to myself as a drunk even. I do this because I enjoy beer. I don't do it to try to get drunk or to try to get a reaction from me from being inebriated, that sort of stuff. I just like beer and to try to give my honest opinion so you guys can go ahead and try them out. Or maybe you might not want to try them out. Maybe you want to go towards the IPAs or the Belgian beers or stouts, porters, brown ales, which I do like brown ales. That's another style I would be happily to drink the rest of my days. That sort of style. But I always come back to this American Adjunct Lager style. But again, that's just me talking. Number 6, do I brew? Tried it, failed miserably. I was actually tweeted, or I don't know if I tweeted it out. I put it on my Facebook page that for my beer cans, or my bottles, when I took the cap off, beer just sprayed everywhere. I put too many carbonation pellets in it. I'm going to try it again with some fresher beer. The beer never really turned out. It was way too yeasty. I don't know if I introduced bacteria to it or if it just didn't brew correctly or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and try it again with some fresher ingredients and kind of see if I can get some different results. So, but do I brew? I'm at the very beginning stages, and I do the Mr. Beer kits to try to make sure to see if I even want to do this. So, and that, to me, that's not a very big investment to do that. So, I would suggest if you're into brewing beer to start out with that and then grow from there. Number 7, what is my favorite ingredient? I'll admit I don't have a favorite ingredient, guys. I just like beer. I just like beer. I like all kinds of beer. I try not to be a beer snob. If I would to say it, I'm starting to get into IPAs, but that's just starting. The session IPAs I can handle. The double IPAs, they're not my thing. As long as they're low on the bitterness scale and they taste good, I'll drink it, more or less. That's kind of how I go by. If it tastes good, I'm going to drink it, and I'm probably going to rate it pretty highly. So, number 8, what is my favorite beer, or what was my first beer? Well, I already said it in number 1, it was Miller Lite. And number 9, who in the beer world do I look up to? I don't look up to any beer reviewer, guys. I just don't. I don't try to emulate somebody. Let's say I don't try to. I do like a lot of people different styles. I like Rod J. Beer Venture styles. I like Dean's Beer Review styles. I like Blue Nose. I like Craig's Beer Reviews. Jerry Fort, the Beer Review Guy. Ronald Terrio. Jean H. Pierre. John Chiron. You know, all those people, guys. I can relate to their style of beer drinking and how they review stuff. That's how I relate to it. I don't try to think that there's more to beer than what there really is. There's really maybe just a couple of flavors and a couple of smells, and that's kind of really it. I don't try to search for stuff when I do beer reviews. And I hope you guys kind of appreciate that from me. And if not, then tell me in the comments. I mean, I want some constructive criticism back. If I suck, tell me I suck. If I don't suck, that's fine. I mean, don't say that, hey, Eric, you're the best beer reviewer in the world, but because I'm not. Just admit I'm not. I don't even have 400 subscribers right now. I've been kind of stuck on 395 for a while now. So, but I don't look up to any beer reviewer at all. I kind of like everybody's style. If I have a beer, I'll get their ratings and whatnot, what they kind of maybe think of the beer, and then I'll give my own impressions on it. So, and usually they're pretty much, I don't want to say the same, but they're similar. So, but guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also do a like, subscribe as well. I don't know very many other beer tubers out here. I think everyone's at least done it. If you haven't done it, go ahead and put it on there and answer the questions as honestly as you can, okay? Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. See you Wednesday.